Ladies and gentlemen, it is with my great pleasure that I bring up to you to receive the 2007 Father of the Year Award, Senator John Edwards.
Thank you, Oscar, very much. Let's put this one up like this. Perfect. Thank you. Please. All right, the first lesson all of you have to learn is when politicians do this, they don't mean it. That's what they really mean. It's a great pleasure for me to be here with all of you and with this extraordinary organization. And I have to say, kudos and applause for the proceeds of this event going to Save the Children, which is a wonderful organization, very near and dear to my own heart, the work that they do. I also wanted to say a word about receiving this award, because actually, I hate to admit it, but I'm not the best parent in my family. The best parent in my family is here with me today. It's my wife, Elizabeth, who's right down here. And by the way, Harry, I was happy to hear that you have a modern marriage where everything is negotiable. I need some advice where everything is negotiable, because I don't seem to get that very much. Larry, I thought your speech was amazing. Moving, heartfelt, reminded me when I was listening to you of my own father, who was similar to a lot of fathers that you'll hear about today. Didn't go to college, worked very hard so I could have a chance to do what I've been able to do. I still remember when I was young, coming downstairs and seeing him sitting at the kitchen table, 5 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, watching a PBS station, trying to learn, to educate himself, so he could get a better job he worked in the mill, so he could get a better job in the mill. And I was always such an extraordinary human being. That was what I wanted to be as a father. And I haven't met his standard, just like I haven't met Elizabeth's standard. But I will tell you that I had an experience in 1995, which was uplifting for me. I went to Africa with my 15-year-old son, Wade, to try to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And I had no mountain climbing experience. It's actually not that hard to climb, but it's a fairly high mountain. It's just under 20,000 feet. And my son had just come from spending 3.5 weeks at mountaineering school with Outward Bound in Colorado. And so he had a little bit of experience at this. And we'd always had a relationship where I was the big figure in his life, and he leaned on me. He was just 15 years old. So we started climbing Kilimanjaro together. The higher we got, the sicker I got. And I got a really serious case of altitude sickness at about 16,000 feet. And I still remember we woke up at midnight to make the climb to the top. Temperature was about 0 or a little below, the 40, 50 mile an hour winds. Conditions were ugly. And we started climbing, and I hadn't kept any food down for a couple of days, so I had no energy and was sick. And my son got to the place where I finally had to say, go ahead. I'm not sure I'm going to make it. Go ahead. And he did. It was in the middle of the night. He did. He left. And I was plodding along, sitting down every few minutes, trying to make my way to the top, becoming incredibly discouraged, thinking, I came halfway around the world to climb this mountain, and I'm not going to get there. Sometime around early morning, I don't remember, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I see this figure coming back down the mountain toward me. And it was my son, who had gotten to the top and had made his way back down to me to take me to the top. And talk about role reversal. And to see the pride that he had in being able to help the man who had always, from his perspective, helped him, and to watch him, first of all, be more concerned about me getting there than him getting there. And second, to have the strength and the courage to come back down and climb back to the top again, which is what he did. We were late getting up there. We finally did make our way to the top. And about 8 or 9 months later, I lost my son. He was killed in an automobile accident. But I have to tell you, that experience that we went through together, first of all, made me a better father for my other children. Because I realized your children, it is true, your children learn not only from what you say, but from what you do. And whenever they do anything that you're proud of in your life, you'll be able to look back on the things that you taught them, both through your words and through your deeds. And I remember the extraordinary pride that I had then. I wish Wade were here with me today to celebrate this award, but my other children know about it, and I can't begin to tell you how honored I am. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.